While I was in the hospital, I experienced something that changed my life. You can choose not to believe me, but he's real. I was raised in a Christian household. It was oppressive. My family was extremely bigoted, and I hated it. I was unhappy back then because I felt like God was ignoring me. No matter what I did, what I prayed, I was unhappy and felt like he didn't care. When I was in my late teens, at that point, I no longer believed in it. I was an atheist, I guess. When I moved out, I cut my family off, and my friends are wonderful. Eventually, I was introduced to Hellenism, and something about the Greek gods clicked. I converted in college along with a few other friends. For a long time, I was happy. I still am, to be honest. It felt right as a Hellenist, like the Greek gods were calling out to me. It felt warm. I loved Athena and worshipped them all, especially Hestia. We didn't take the myths seriously, as they were a product of human writing, basically fan fiction, so none of the controversial stuff happened. You could chalk it up as allegories in the stories. We focused on the lessons they taught us. Then it all changed when this happened to me very recently. I was diagnosed with appendicitis after I went to the hospital because my stomach was hurting like hell. So I was at the hospital. My girlfriend was with me. They sedated me, and I fell asleep, then woke up seconds later because anesthesia is magic. I stayed in the hospital for a couple of days. Then I woke up one evening at midnight and I couldn't move at all. I have a bad history of sleep paralysis, so I was terrified. I was expecting hallucinations and my sleep paralysis demon doing his thing. But what I wasn't expecting was a man's voice. He was in my room. He said, "Good evening," in a very friendly voice. I could see only a part of his body in my peripheral vision, but I could tell that he was sitting in the chair beside my bed, reading the book I brought with me, Mistborn. He was also wearing regular clothes like jeans and a jacket. He was in my peripheral, after all. I tested if I could open my mouth, and I could. So I said awkwardly, "Hi," because this was so weird. I asked, "Are you my new sleep paralysis demon?" He laughed, and it made me laugh too. We talked for nearly an hour, mainly about Mistborn, Game of Thrones, and Percy Jackson. For some reason, he made me feel safe, that I could tell him everything. "Do you agree Season 8 was shit?" I asked him. He said, "I don't think so, because some people think it's great and others don't. It was rushed, but that's my opinion." We continued to talk, and that's when I asked him, "Are you Apollo?" With so much adoration in my voice. "Or Hermes, is that you? Because they're one of my favorite Greek gods." I'm sobbing as I'm typing this, but he just laughed warmly and told me, "No, but if you want, you can talk with them here as well." I said, "No, please stay. I want to talk with you." "Don't you want to meet them?" he asked me. I said, "Yeah, but I want to talk to you for a bit longer." He moved closer to me and we continued to talk. Then, he said in a tone so loving, "You know I love you, right?" I felt weird. I felt like crying. And I asked him again, "Who are you? And are you just in my mind?" He laughed again and said, "No, I'm here. I'm always here."